Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Nawashai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners. And to the Akwath that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm coming at you with another lesson. And yeah, I'm out here in nature. I was in the park training my client, and the spirit jumped on me to turn on the camera because I'm sitting here looking at the trees, and I had this conversation yesterday, and I'm trying to see if you can actually pick it up. Oh, good, this one you can. But I was talking about how no matter where you are in the city of Chicago or where you are in America, when you start looking at these different trees and the different plant life, what you're gonna find is that in full summer, in midsummer, that you're gonna see trees like this, where half of the tree is dead. See, you got branches that have no life on them. You see that? No life on them, whole branches with no life. But yet the tree has sprung up. Let's find some on this one, just to prove a point. And it's on these bigger trees too, it's just that you can't pick it up because of the shading. But on this one, since it's right in the sunlight, you can actually see it, what I'm talking about. And this is the effect of all the stuff that they spray in the sky that comes down on top of us, And I'm gonna get some scriptures, but that scripture that says that he would destroy those who destroy the earth, because they're truly destroying the earth, man. And they lie about everything. All right. I just watched a video where the guy mentioned what were they calling it? They were calling it Event 201, which happened. And they came out with an official statement referring back to Event 201. And in that event, what they were saying is that it's only coincidental that in Event 201, that the same thing is happening. Literally, and for those of you who don't know about Event 201, it was supposed to place, or it took place in September, I believe, of 2019. And what Event 201 was about a virus, about Crown Royal, spreading worldwide, basically, or being leaked, or however it got out, and then how they would shut down, the societies and make everyone wear a mask, etc. How they would deal with the scenario if it were to happen. And then it just so happened that a couple months later, going into 2020, it's like the drill went live. And they say that there's nothing to see here. It's all a coincidence, was the official statement that's given. But it just so happens that the same people who pulled off Event 201 are the same people that were operating, or behind the operations, that is sued after it for the cities and the nation and the world and the states to deal with this pandemic, So let me just grab a quick scripture. Let me switch hands here. I've never really done the whole walk and talk thing, even though I'm just walking in circles in place, because where I'm sitting, because these people are just liars, man. You can't believe anything they say or anything that they do. But let me bring up my this is Job 13:4. And it reads, "But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value." And they are physicians of no value, because Western medicine, maybe you can see on this tree, all the death. See? No life. Their medicine kills. Let's see if we can see that one. Yep. You see those branches, no life. And their medicine kills. And these people are complete and total liars. And I'm going to give you another example. What I'm sitting on, it says, it reads right here, abandoned shoreline of Lake Michigan. All right? This is an ancient beach or sandbar of Lake Michigan whose waters reached this point 8,000 years ago. Now, how the fuck did they know? All right? Because Chicago's only 150-something, 60-something years old. All right? So they know what happened, 8,000 years before that. It says, when the lake level was 20 feet higher than now, Clark Street runs north atop the ridge. The parks and ponds in between such old beaches abandoned by shrinking lake, the outer boundary of Diversey Harbor, and the boat ship running south of it is North Avenue, are man-made land. Chicago Park District. Now this I know. Same thing on the south side. And when you get to the park on the lakefront, which is Jackson Park, which is the biggest park in Chicago. Those were all land, that whole area is landfill. That's why that street that runs adjacent to it, north and south, is called Stony Island. All right, because it was a lot of little islands, and so it was landfill. So this is all. So basically, what they're telling you is that this is all landfill from where I'm sitting, because I'm sitting on top of their lie. All right, I'll read that again, Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. So I'm using that lie as a seat right now, and going back toward the lake, you can, this is all landfill, but that's the only truth in this whole statement, this whole thing that I just read. And see, that's how these people operate. They give you truths, Lil Edom might just walk by giving me rhythm. She's smiling and waving at me. Little does she know the future that she got coming to her. Maybe she does know. But you can't trust these people, man, because even when they tell you the truth, they tell you two lies to go with it. All right, because carbon dating is all based upon theory. It's based upon hypotheses, so it's all guesses. They'll pick up two rocks and tell you one rock is 10,000 years old, and pick up the next rock right next to it and tell you that one's 4,000 years old. And they have no way of telling that the truth about that. It's just all lies, man. But let's grab another quick scripture. This is 1 Timothy 6:20, which comes out almost every week. I tell you, man. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called. All right? So they just make up some shit and then say it's science. Oh, you don't believe in science? No, we believe in true science. And remember, that word science goes back to meaning to know. To know. It's like my bike is laid down right here. And the reason that my bike is laid down is because the kickstand won't work in the dirt. You need a platform. See, that's to know. You know that won't work because the kickstand penetrates the soil beneath the grass. And the bike just falls over. So I just laid it down anyway. All right? That's science at a basic level, meaning to know. If I take my phone that I'm reading the scriptures from, and I let go of it, hold it in the air and let go of it, it's going to fall to the ground because gravity works. That's science. That's to know. But what they do is they'll take things and they'll just add a bunch of guesses on it and don't have a true answer for it. And then they'll make that science. That's what you call pseudoscience, okay? And pseudoscience isn't science at all, Pseudoscience isn't science at all, man. But let me zoom in on these trees again. All right? And I'm going to, on those trees that are half alive and half dead. All right? And if they're half dead, it means eventually they're going to be fully dead. And to mind you, it's June. And almost every tree is that way. Almost every tree is that way. Look in your neighborhood. Go to your park. Go in your yard. All right. I opened up my back door and looked out the back door and looked at the neighbor's tree, and it's the same thing. And the tree in front of my house, it's the same thing. Because there was chemtrails all in the air this morning. Heavy. Like if you see off in the distance, I don't know if the camera's picking it up well, those aren't clouds. Those are dispersed chemtrails. Those are all straight lines that have spread, and they spread over the whole city. So Esau, you know, he doesn't care what he's doing to even his own people, man. All right. Now there's a lot of talk that a lot of that stuff is scientifically geared toward harming Jake. You know, it's DNA specific, and that could be true. But either way, you know, a lot of Edomite children are coming down with all the same horrible symptoms that Jake is coming down with. You know, I think it's 11 and 18 or 18 and 11. Yes, and let's go back to those trees. Okay, looking at those dead lambs, it says Revelation 11 and 18, and the nations were angry, and the wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged. All right, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear the name, small and great. All right, and shouldest destroy them which destroyeth the earth. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Abashai, Bashem Rakakwadash, Wa Abba Baba, Shalom, Kwam Yasharallah.